welcome to a new video. Finally, another vlog. I'm so excited. And in this video, we're gonna get a little hoo-woo. We're gonna get a little witchy because I have been really missing actively practicing the craft. I've been sorely neglecting it lately, if I'm being honest. And the reason for that is that it just feels really intimidating to me sometimes to practice witchcraft. It always feels like you need a lot of time and space and do everything perfectly, and you need all the right items to do spellcraft, but that is not true. In this video, I'm gonna challenge myself to incorporate magic into my daily life in an easy and accessible way. So maybe it will inspire you as well to do so. So I'm really excited for that. I'm gonna start with making a bottle of spell water. You can make this in two ways, I would say. You could just simply fill a bottle with water and then speak your intentions towards it so that the water gets infused with your intentions. Or you can use actual herbs. I don't know how to say this word. You can use actual herbs with the right correspondences to infuse the water. And that's what I'm going to do because I just love a little gathering. But again, this is a super easy way to do a little spell because often you already have a lot of the ingredients in your house. My intention for the spell water is focus, motivation, and creativity because I have two of the busiest work months of my life, even though it's summertime. It's actually really sad, but I'm also so grateful. I have a lot of freelance copywriting work, I have a lot of social media collaborations, and I am in the process of finishing off the first draft of my book, which is such a milestone. It took me 1.5 years to get here because it was just, wait, I'm gonna grab it, one moment. Here it is, I need to hold it. I printed everything because I needed to physically see the labor of my work. But what was I saying? Yeah, it was just really hard for me to write a book, obviously. The first half just flew out of my pen, or my keyboard rather. It was so easy, I knew exactly what to say. And then the second half, when it came to plotting and everything had to start making sense, it was just really, really hard. And I doubted myself every step of the way. I doubted every decision I made. So it just took really, really long. I've been working on the ending of this book since basically last summer, so for a year. And this year I decided no longer. I just word vomited the last chapters on the page. I was like, I need to have something to work with. It might not be good, but I need to have something at least to call a first draft. And that's what I did. I have a first draft. There is an ending to the story. Now I just need to go through everything and make sure that it's good enough to send to my agent, which I'm hoping to do at the end of this month. I'm just gonna put a hard deadline for myself. At the end of June, I'm gonna send the first draft to my agent. I'm sure he also has a lot of great ideas to make this better, so I don't want to do too many edits just in case I might make it worse. But yeah, I definitely have to read those last few chapters because I feel like there we can definitely create some improvements. So that is my other goal for this week, focus on this, but it matches really well with my witchcraft plans because this book is about witches, so hopefully it will get me into the mood. I'm also a little bit in an autumn mood already, I don't know why. Usually that starts in August, it's now June, and it's 35 degrees outside, so I don't know how I'm going to deal with that. But let's start with making our spell water. Guys, I'm really happy no one was standing on the balcony when this fell. I could have killed them. Very cute. These are the leftovers from yesterday. So yesterday it looked much prettier. But this is green asparagus, grilled peach, and almond salad with couscous. I improvised this and it's so good. It's so good. Now I'm thinking if I should add some fresh mint to it. I think that would be good. I think I'm gonna do that. Okay, the spell water has steeped in the fridge for about 2 hours now, so it's time to give it a little taste. It smells so good. The cinnamon is really strong in there. I'm a little bit afraid that there's too many like strong flavors competing with each other, but even if that's the case, it doesn't matter. It's about the intent and how it works. That's actually really good. It's really refreshing. The lavender is strong in there. I didn't expect to taste that so well. But since that is for creativity, I think I can use all of it. The taste of success. If you're like me and you find it really hard to like do spell work in your daily life, you find it hard to decide like what spells to do or what items you need for the right spell, then I have something really amazing for you. I'm so excited about this because today's sponsor is witch caskets, and now it seems like this entire video is like an ad for this and that's why I'm doing all the witchy stuff. That's not true. I'm really trying to incorporate witchcraft more into my life. So when this came on my path, it really felt like all the stars aligned. It's so exciting. So this is a monthly subscription box that contains at least 10 witchy items every month. Each box has a different theme and they contain items for like your altar, your home, spell work, anything you might need for the craft. And when I first opened this, I really expected to see the basic stuff like crystals and stuff, but it's so much more unique than that. This box also contains a lot of items that Witch Casket uniquely developed, so you cannot get them anywhere else. And this box is created by a mother and daughter duo who are actually practicing witches themselves, which I think is really fun. All the items are ethically sourced and cruelty free, which I think is also really important to mention. And you're not gonna believe it when you see the contents. Let's take a quick look. Isn't that amazing? I know for sure this is going to inspire me so much in my craft. Like, it just helps to have ready-made spells in the box and also the ingredients for the spells. It makes it so much easier. And I like that you still have to put the spells together yourself, so you can put your own like personal touch into it and your intent. I really love this. I'm immediately gonna put up the wall plaque after this because it's absolutely gorgeous, and like scatter the rest of the trinkets around my desk, which is also kind of my altar. If you want to try this box, you can go to their website. It's witchcasket.co.uk. I'll also put the link in my description. And yeah, thank you so much for sponsoring this video. I cannot wait to use these items in my spells. morning, it's the next day, and today I'm wearing a look that really makes me want to have my own vegetable garden. Unfortunately, I don't have that, so we're gonna go to the park to compensate today. I do think it's going to be really warm and really crowded today, so I don't know how long I will actually manage to stay there. We'll see. I'm just gonna find a nice big tree to hide under in the shade. I'm gonna bring my book, like my own book that I wrote, to do some on paper edits and hopefully make a lot of progress there. That would be nice. But before I go, I have another little witchy tip that I wanted to share with you, and that is that you can use your perfume as a form of glamour magic. Excuse me. Louis wanted to say something about that. Yeah, this is just another really simple way that you can incorporate spell work in your daily routines that you already have. It's so simple, it doesn't need anything special, just your perfume. And it's the same basically as the spell water. You just set an intention for what you want your perfume to do. And if you create something as a daily routine or ritual, it will become an actual ritual and it will do the things you want it to do because you believe in it. It's not necessarily beauty magic, like it doesn't necessarily have to make you more beautiful, even though you can use it as that, but it can also be the way others perceive you, what you want to embody, like confidence, charisma, joy, like it can also be that, but it can also definitely be like your intent is that whenever you spray your perfume, your skin gets clearer, you just brighten up, your hair grows faster, whatever you want it to be, it works. I have to move because I'm being eaten alive by mosquitoes. I thought they wouldn't be here this early in the day, but I guess they are. Okay, we found a new spot. This one is not as secluded as I was hoping for. I'm just so awkward about filming in public, guys. But the other place, which is like my favorite spot, my favorite tree, but I can never sit there because there's like a stream next to it. But the past 2 years, this stream has sort of been like still water. So there's so many mosquitoes there. The birds are really loud here. There's a crow in my book, so this is actually really good inspiration. This is what Rufus sounds like.
Just where it was needed, gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead in the eye of time. Nobody is losing, faces merchant change, but your face remains the same. Swallows will be here by dawn. When we're finally sober, they'll be gone. The trees will bloom and ice will melt. We'll always remember how we felt. A significant life, just what it was needed. Clean in the blackest night, cloistered in injustice dead, and in the eyes of time, nobody's losing.
By the way, a little update because I just realized I haven't shared this on my YouTube yet, and that is that I got my freckles tattooed, and I've had this done before 6 years ago, but unfortunately they didn't heal well then, and they basically all but disappeared. I had like 2 tiny freckles left on my nose. So that was a waste of money. And I've always wanted to do it again because I just really like how I look with freckles. It makes me feel more confident without makeup because I feel like my face is more interesting to look at. And without makeup, I just feel very bland. So I really wanted to do it again. So I made an appointment at a different place. And this time I was so scared they were going to disappear again that I think I hoped a little too hard they would not, because now they haven't faded at all how they should. They're still way too dark. Like right now, they already should have faded to like the color they should be. As you can see, I also have some freckles here. They are much lighter, and this is how it's supposed to be. So the ones here on my nose are super dark. And I texted the tattoo artist and she was like, I have never seen this before. And she basically didn't really have any advice except for like stay in the sun a lot. So hopefully they will fade, or just cover them up with foundation. And I was like, hello, like the whole point of me doing this was that I didn't have to wear foundation. So that sucks. And these usually stay like at least 3 years. So if they stay like this, um, yeah, like I don't hate it so much, but it does look like I just went a little too hard with the freckle makeup. Like it doesn't look natural. You can tell they're fake. And then I know a lot of people hate freckle tattoos and they're like, of course they look fake, they always look fake, but no, it's not supposed to look like this. Yeah, so I maybe mutilated my face for the next 3 years, which is fun.
Sparrows will be here by dawn. When we find this over, they'll be gone. The trees will bloom and eyes will melt. We'll always remember how it felt. I can wait no longer. The sun will rise. I'll be
Doesn't feel right if I don't mention any books in them. Right now, I'm reading book 5 of the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. I am still so obsessed with this series. Against all odds, I love this weird frat boy sci-fi crazy ass book series. It is just very addictive, and the characters are just, they're so real to me. I love them so much. Like everything about these books is ridiculous, and there's a lot of elements that I'm like, that's like it's written by a man. But these characters, I just, every time I'm not reading one of these books, I just miss them a lot. So yeah, if you're looking for a series that you can just binge read and is very addictive and has a really wonderful element of found family, I do recommend these, even though I never in a million years would have thought I like these books. So I'm reading that, and on the side I started Payback's the Witch by Lana Harper, because I needed to get in the cozy, witchy fantasy mood again, because I'm editing my book, which is in the same genre, and sometimes I just sort of lose the touch with what I'm doing, and then I read a book like this and I just remember what kind of magic I was trying to create. Like I just get so inspired, not in the sense that like I'm stealing elements from this book, but just the atmosphere that I can sink into. I'm like, right, this is why I'm writing what I'm writing, because this is what I want to create. With that being said though, the plot of this one is not fully gripping me. It is a little bit boring to me. Like I'm almost halfway and it's taking me quite long to get through it. Like the atmosphere, amazing. It's also really, really funny. But the plot so far isn't really doing it for me. But it's fun. Like it's a fun time. Actually, yesterday I just surrounded myself with some of my favorite cozy witchy fantasy books on the balcony. I just flipped through them and underlined some lines that made me really happy, and it just gave me such a burst of inspiration and motivation to edit my book further. I still am not done doing my on-paper edits, unfortunately. My focus these days, guys, I don't know what's going on. I need to drink some more of my focus spell water. But yeah, it was nice to remember why cozy witchy books have my heart, because they do. And they fit the mood of this video. If you're curious, I can quickly mention which ones I have here. I have Garden Spells by Sarah Edison Allen, which is basically practical magic, but like the movie. Like, the book of Practical Magic is not like the movie at all, and this one somehow is. It's much more similar to the movie than the actual book, if that makes sense. And the cover, this might be one of my favorite book covers of all time. It just screams whimsy. It screams like early 2000s. And if I can convince my publisher, that I don't have yet, to give me a cover like this, I would be very happy. Cackle by Rachel Harrison. This one was actually a little bit creepy. It's a little spooky, which I really enjoyed. It's also set in a small town, but this one isn't focused on romance. This one is focused on a friendship, which I thought was really refreshing. The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandana. I do feel like this is the most popular book in this genre, like at least the most well-known one. I really love this one. If you're looking for cozy and heartwarming, this is definitely it. It's adorable. And lastly, Between by L.L. Starling. This book isn't that well known. I think it's self-published. And the author sent it to me and I was just like, sure, whatever. And then I read it and I was like, oh my god, this is going to be my new personality from now on. I fell so deeply in love with this book. It is quirky, it is hilarious, there's a lot of banter, there's a lot of like funny town characters, and I don't know, just everything about this book, I loved it. The only thing I did not necessarily love is the length, because the story in this book is basically told twice. Like, first the whole story is told from the first POV, and then the whole story gets told again from the second POV. And the second POV for me was not really necessary. So if you decide to read this, you can also just read the first POV and get like the whole story, in my opinion. And it's totally worth it. This is so fun. So those were some rapid fire cozy fantasy recommendations. Hopefully my own book can be in this list someday. That would be really nice. And with that being said, I need to stop filming and get back on that. Thank you so much for watching this video and spending a magical week with me. I hope it inspired you a little bit to also bring some more magic, if not witchcraft, into your life. And thank you again, Witch Casket, for sponsoring this video. Definitely check them out through the link in my description. And that was all. I will see you in the next video. Bye!